back in Lingo Fort Laramie at the Dogger Invitational. We have Niobrara County taking on Hulett. Teams are on the court. Starting lineups are fueled by Essential Fuels in Torrington, where quality meets competitive prices. Feeling hungry? Try one of the breakfast or lunch items made fresh, hot, ready, and for you. Essential Fuels, your essential stop in Torrington. And Niobrara County coming out right away. We're serving. And we're underway. I'll get to them starters as soon as I can. Take a look at the Niobrara County. Number 1, J.C. Vetter. Number 2, Carly Pontrola. Number 3, Marley Smith. Number 8, Lexa Single. Number 9, Britton Bruck. Number 11, Cadence Nelson. And the libero is Kayla Lyons. And serving is J.C. Vetter with a 1-0 lead. There's Willems on the attack. Dug out by Bruck, and now free balled over by Pontrolo. Willems on the attack again, partially touched at the net. Trying to chase it down was J.C. Vetter, but it hits the wall before she can get there. I can tell you real quickly on this side out that the other gym is about 15 or 20 minutes ahead of this gym, which is going to mess up the broadcast scheduling a little bit. Here's Vetter setting in the middle to Pontrolo. She puts it in the net. So Red Devils up 2-1. Red Devils just lost a little bit ago to Pine Bluffs on this same court in 2 sets. Vetter. Pontrolo again in the middle. Partially touches the net. Popped up in the air now. It's got to be free ball over by Willems. Vetter is setting in the middle again to Pontrola. She's going to be stuff blocked in the middle by Geib. So 3-1 Red Devils up here in the first set. Back serving is Jay, their setter for Hulett. She puts it into the net side out. We've got Jay, Fosheim, Didier, Geib, Willems, and Sean starting for Hulett. Back serving is Lexa Single. Nice dig by Vetter. Bruck with the set. Now just free balled over by Smith. Attack in the middle by Fosheim in the net, but they say partially touched. Now free ball over. Bruck is there. Here comes Vetter going cross court. On the attack is Smith, and it's long. Point to the Red Devils. And back to serve is Willems. Hard serve handled by Nelson. And then trying to dig it out of the net. They're going to get double contact on Vetter. We're going to get a sub as Cardwell is going to come in for Nelson for Lusk. Red Devils with a 1-point lead, 4-3 on the CNA scoreboard. Willems is going to get an ace. Diving for it was Cardwell. Just kind of misjudged that one. Then the ball has some movement. Moved to her right. And just kind of a misjudge happens. Willems again. This Cardwell pops it up in the air. Now free balled over. Jay setting outside to Sean. Nice dig by Single. And now free balled over by Smith. Vetter pops it up in the air. Cardwell's there. Now it's going to be free ball by Single. On the attack and putting it in the net was Fosheim. Side out to the Tigers. Coming back in is going to be Nelson. Just needed a quick breather, I think. Cardwell heads to the bench. And back serving. If I can get a number on that, I think it is. Nope, that is Cardwell. She stays in. Now she comes out. The libero Lions will check in. Red Devils up 7-3. Oof. Need a side out and a little run from the Lady Tigers. This one goes to Lions. Now in the middle is Smith. Blocked. Back to Smith. Popped up in the air. Now it's going to be Willems from 15. Overpass. Played nicely, but out of bounds by Nelson. She had good coverage there on the block. Bruck went up for the block, and Nelson was there. Not much you can do. Forshine with the serve, and now Bruck's just going to set it over from 10 feet. Jay, right in the middle. That was to Didier, and it's going to be in for the kill. And we're going to get a quick timeout. 9-3 CNA scoreboard. Lady Tigers are down. I'll be back after this.
14 County Tire in Lusk would like to wish the Lusk Tigers the best of luck this season. Remember 14 County Tire for all of your tire needs, oil changes, tire repair, balancing, and rotation. For fast and dependable service for all of your tire needs, it's 14 County Tire, located at 990 South Main in Lusk. And go Tigers!
Albright's True Value Hardware in Lusk has the supplies you need for any project. Whether it's yard cleanup, a kitchen project, or home remodel, Albright's True Value has the tools you need to get the job done. We're proud to serve our small community with professional service. Stop by today at 215 South Main in Lusk. Albright's True Value, a proud supporter of our local youth. Go Tigers!
Think about how good it feels when people really get you, like the friends who come over when a big game is on. The neighbors next door always bring your favorite buffalo dip. Your in-laws know you need silence during clutch plays, and everyone knows about your special post-win fist bump. It's kind of like having a State Farm agent like Linda Lenz. I am here to get to know you and understand your life. I can help make it easy for you to protect what's important. Get an agent that gets you and your fist bumps. Call State Farm agent Linda Lenz in Wheatland today.
Also located on Main Street in Lusk. Call 334-380.
Headed back to serve for Hulett with a 6-point lead. 10-4 CNA scoreboard is Didier. Nope, that is Geib. Vetter pulls it off the net and then gets called for being under the net. Point to the Red Devils. Nice job of getting up, but her momentum carried her foot across that line in the center court. There's a good up and over by Lusk. Here's the attack in the middle. It's going to go into the net. That was Didier. Needed that side out. Headed back to serve is Smith, a junior, with some work to do for Niobrara County here. Free ball back over. Lyons is there. Vetter and Bruck, miscommunication happens when you have two people setting on the floor. You're running a 6-2. Right now, I think that it is. Let me look at the rotation here. It was towards Bruck. So Bruck's not going to do that. Touch that, and it goes out, that serve. So a quick side out for Niobrara County. Really need to get going here. Cadence Nelson, just a freshman, back to serve. High floater handled by Willems. And now Willems will take it from 14 after the set was straight up in the air. Here's Vetter setting in the middle to Pontrolo. She's going to get the kill. Nice spot by Carly. It was short and right. Open spot. There's a high floater on the serve. Jay going outside to Willems. There was a nice dig in there by the freshman Nelson. But it's going to be a side out as the ball hits on Niobrara County side. 13-6 CNA scoreboard. Back serving is Didier for Hulett. Coming in is Cardwell. Play that back row for Nelson. So Didier's serve is going to be shanked by Bruck. Didn't get a good platform. The ball moved a little bit on her too and hit the outside of her hand, shooting it straight to the right. Didier serve, and this one has movement and catches both Smith and Bruck sleeping. Smith gets a hand on it, but it hits the ground. 15-7 CNA scoreboard. Hulett coming out on fire. Bruck with the overpass. Willems takes it right back at him, going past Caldwell for the kill. So now Bruck's going to come out. And coming in is the libero, Kyla Lyons. Get some defensive help back there, get a pass. It's where it starts. That serve goes into the net. Thank goodness. 16-8 CNA scoreboard. Bruck coming back in. She rotates to the front row. That means Vetter is in the back row and will be the setter. Sean to Jay, outside to Willems. And the defense was way far back, diving with Smith. Couldn't get there. They were really far back, and so she just dumped it over the top of the front row into that campfire where there's nobody at. 17-8. Bruck handles this one. Set on the outside. And that is two. I don't think I have her on my... Number 26 isn't on the roster, but I think it's Sarah Krein. So she'll head back to serve as it was a side out. 18-9 CNA scoreboard. It's go time for the Lady Tigers. Here's Willems, just got to free ball it over. This is going to be a good one to Pontrolo, to Vetter. She goes backside set to Bruck. Up from the right side. Into the campfire, diving, getting a hand on his Didier. That's a kill. Good spot. Saw the court really well right there, did Bruck. Good hard serve, diving save by Didier. Now it's got to be free balled over by Fosheim. And now just pushing the ball over is Smith. Willems, right there is Vetter. Free balled over. Hulett on the attack. And that's going to be long. Fosheim just too much on it. Nice job by the Lady Tigers laying off. 18-11 now. 2 unanswered points from the Lady Tigers, and there's a side out as the service was long. Checking back in is Single. Play that back row. And I believe that it was Krein checking out. There's a pass tight on the net, and Bruck can't do anything with it. It was right on the net. She went up to try to, maybe it was going to be far enough over the net for a joust, but it never cleared the midpoint of the net in the air. 22-11. High floater. Diving save by Smith. Vetter tracks it down. Now Pontrola from 9. Partially touched to the net. Clears the net. And then Vetter's way in the back. Bruck should have taken that one. Not real good communication between the setters yet today, or at least in this set. 21-11 CNA scoreboard. Hulett with the lead. Willems, and that's going to go off of Smith. Out of bounds. 22-11. Hulett playing very aggressive serves, the sets, and the swings. Hopefully this is the best that they're going to play at 22-11. Things will be hopefully different in set 2 and 3. This is the best of 3. We'll get the down official checking the scorebook. Must have had some rotational questions. So Willems with the serve. That's going to go to Cardwell. Pops it straight up, and Pontrola tries to pass it from 11 feet. Puts it into the net. 23-11 CNA scoreboard. And there's a pass into the net by Hulett. 23-12. Just try to get some momentum here going into the second set. That's a pretty large task to run off 13 in a row, or keep a couple big runs is what it would take, or one big one. High floater to Sean. Nobody home, and now tries to free ball it over outside the antenna. Next matches that will be coming up will be Lingo Fort Laramie and Upton. And then Rocky Mountain, Arvada, Claremont. And there's a serve that is long by Pontrola, side out where it's set point. And the big one that I think, unfortunately, is going to be in the other gym is going to be Lingo Fort Laramie and Pine Bluffs. They only play one at a time this year. And that ought to be a good one. Two good teams. Taken over on first contact by Vetter, her second contact by Vetter, the setter. Results in a side out into the campfire. 24-14 with Britton Bruck back serving. Deathly quiet in here. There it is to Willems. Pops straight up in the air by Jay, and then the kill in the back left corner is going to end this one at 25-14. Niobrara County falls in the first one. We'll see if they can come back in the second. We'll do that after this timeout.
Hi, it's Ashley Arntz, mortgage lender with Platte Valley Bank. Buying a home is a big milestone, and at Platte Valley Bank, we're here to make it a little easier. From understanding your budget to securing the right mortgage, we guide you through every step of the way. With competitive rates and personalized support, we make home ownership easy, whether it is your first home or your next home. You've earned it. Now it's time to own it with a mortgage from Platte Valley Bank. Platte Valley Bank, you belong here.
Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Looking for expert urologic care in your community? Dr. Matthew Ruttman, board-certified urologist at Banner Health Torrington, specializes in comprehensive urologic and pelvic health, treating everything from bladder issues and kidney stones to pelvic pain and prostate issues. Dr. Ruttman provides personalized, compassionate care right here in your community. Call Banner Health Torrington at 307-532-8758. Banner Health, making healthcare easier so life can be better.
Bear Mountain Beef is your go-to for all of your USDA beef, hog, lamb, and goat processing. Located in Hot Springs, they're the premier USDA processor in the area. Give them a call today to book your next appointment, 307-338-2751, or visit their website, bearmountainbeef.com, 338-2751. Bear Mountain Beef, a cut above the rest.
Blodorns in Torrington is proud to have been serving the area for over 100 years. At Blodorns, they believe that the essence of your legacy can be found not only in the things you build and leave behind, but through the relationships you create along the way. That's why you can trust the friendly staff for help with any project. They have the building supplies you need from start to finish. Shop online today at blodorns.com. Blodorns, products you need, people you trust.
Chad Bates back at Lingo Fort Laramie High School. Jay starting out serving for Hulett. That one goes to Nelson, now free balled over by Vetter. Jay, she's going to set outside. Goes cross court. Bruck's there. A bit of an overpass. Little joust at the net. Vetter's there to dig it out. Pontrola with the free ball over. Jay's coming out to the outside this time. Nice coverage by Nelson. Diving save, and Vetter's got to free ball it over. Attack out of the middle, partially touched at the net, and now Smith, and then free ball by Single. There's Willems. We're going to get a net call on Vetter. So score that a point for the Red Devils. Good little rally there. Some good volleyball out of both teams. High floater, Bruck's there. Popped up in the air by Single, now free balled over by Pontrola. Jay, she's setting backside. Goes cross court and cuts a lot off. That was Geib and gets the kill. Not much of an angle that she had to work with, and she snuck it in there to get the ball in. High floater, diving saved by Smith. Now attempted free ball by Single goes into the net. She was going away from the net and tried to get it up and over, passing it. So 3-zip, high floater by Jay. Vetter tried to run it down, and now a free ball over by Bruck just clears the net. Jay setting to Geib. Nice dig by Cardwell. Now free ball by Pontrolo. Need to set up an offense and end the free balls. There's Sean from the back row. Deep. Out. Side out. So that'll send J.C. Vetter, the sophomore setter, back to serve. High floater. Going right side to Willems. Partially touching the net. Diving save by Vetter. Popped up by Bruck. And now Crying on the outside. Now blocked. Popped up. Pontrola tries to take it over on second contact. Gets underneath it and airmails it. So the side out. And that'll send Willems back to serve for the Lady Red Devils. Cardwell on the serve receive. Now Bruck tries to free ball it over, puts it in the net. Lusk just out of sync here in the second. They were in the first as well. Red Devils up 5-1 on the CNA scoreboard. Willens puts it in the net. Thank you. So Crine head back to serve. Touches the top of the net and then trickles over. Diving save by Willens. Now Sean on the attack right there to dig it out is Smith, and right back to her to Williams. Jay to the middle. That was Fosheim. We're going to get in the net call on Pontrola. 6-2 CNA scoreboard. Early second. Tigers lost that first one 25-14. Pontrola has to free ball this one over. Pass is going away from the net, not towards the net right now for the Lady Tigers. Vetter pops it straight up in the air. Bruck tracks it down. Pontrola from 11 feet. Didn't square the net and pushed that thing to the right out of bounds. Fosheim's serve goes deep and out. Side out. And Pontrola will serve. Sophomore with the serve. Handled by Sean. Jay. Back to Sean on the right side. On the outside, and it goes long. 4-7. Just 3 now. As all Luska's down. Pontrola serves a high floater to Sean again. Jay, she's going to take it over second contact. Smith's there. To Vetter. Back to Smith. Sean pops it up in the air with one hand. That's a bit lucky there as Guy puts it over with her right hand. Touches the net and falls into the campfire. Oof. So back serving is Geib. Bruck pops it up. Smith gets too far underneath it from 9 feet. Airmails it. Geib just a freshman. Pretty tough player. There's a high floater. Too long. Side out. Bruck serving. Need this one and try to force a third. You got to get this one here. High floater. Jay going to take it over second contact. Smith's there. Tracked down by Vetter. Now Smith just free balls it over to Geib. Jay in the middle to Schoen. Nope, that was Didier. Can't see their numbers with their hair. And now there's Sean that goes wide. Point to the Tigers, 9-6, CNA scoreboard. Britton Bruck's serving. The lone senior on this team. That one trickles the net, then over on the overpass, up by Nelson, and they're going to get a net call by the setter, Jay. She's in the front row. She went up to try to block it and just totally raked the net. High floater to Willems. Now there's Sean on the little bit of a roll and puts it right into the net. Tigers within 1, 9-8. They got a good run going here with Bruck at the service line. Good rotation. Matching up well. Popped up in the air by Didier. And then diving for it, late getting there was Jay. Got a hand on it, and then Willems got a hand on it. And we're tied at 9. We're going to get a timeout from Hulett, so I'll take one too. I'll be back in a minute.
Market in Lusk prides themselves on helping you stock the kitchen with food to nourish the whole family. With quality meat, produce, everyday ingredients, supplies, and more, Decker's Market has what you need to fill the grocery list. Visit their website, deckersmarket.com, and view the savings available. Decker's Market in Lusk, a proud sponsor of Lusk Activities.
The best doggone bank around. Hi, this is Leonard at First State Bank in Torrington. Bank fees are rough, but not with totally free checking. Ask about our awesome checking accounts with free online banking, free instant issue Visa debit cards, and a free gift, an outdoor blanket. That's our way of saying thank you. Warning, our service may lead to excessive tail wagging. First State Bank in Torrington, a division of Glacier Bank, your first choice in banking, member FDIC.
Perfect timing coming out of that timeout. Bruck back to serve. We're tied at 9 here in set 2. Best of 3. Lusk needs this one. There's a good serve. It's short. Diving for it was Willems into the net by the up official. And Lusk Lady Tigers have the lead. Man, they were down like 8-2, 9-3. But they fought their way back. 10-9, CNA scoreboard. There's a high floater. And coming on the attack in the middle, but rolls it right in front of Single for the kill. That was shown. She'll be back serving. Tied at 10. Krine's checking in. This one's going to go to Bruck, and it goes off her arms or chin. Diving for it was Vetter. Couldn't get there. Double contact's allowed on the serve as long as it doesn't sit or doesn't sit and then roll. Bruck handles this one, pops up in the air. Vetter chases it down, and now got to be a free ball over by Nelson. Jay setting up in the middle. Foshine. No, that's not Foshine. That's Geib in the middle. And then Willems tries to free ball it over. Partially touched back at her. Now Lusk on the attack. Smith goes deep corner, diving for it. Saving it was shown. And now free ball over back. Jay. Partially touched at the net. Nice dig by Lyons. Popped up in the air. Nelson up. What a rally we got going on here. Willems. That one's to Single. Nice job. Just rolled it over. That was Krine. And then rolling it over for the kill was Nelson. That'll send Smith back to serve. High floater. Sean handles it. Jay back to the middle of the court. There's going to be free ball over. Nice stuff block in the middle by Nelson. Somehow they get it over, but they're going to say under the net from Didier. Tigers regain the lead, 12-11, CNA scoreboard. With Marley Smith back to serve. High floater deep, taken by Sean. Jay coming outside to Willems. Nice dig by Lyons. Bruck tracks it down. And now Krine on the attack to Sean. Now Sean from 18 is going to get by Lyons, who dove for it. Couldn't get her hand on it. That's a kill. What a back row attack that was. Wowza. This one is going to be, serve is going to be shanked off of Smith. Came running up and then didn't run through the ball. Tried to stop and couldn't get that platform set. This one's handled by Bruck, and then nobody's moving. Diving at the last minute was Vetter, we got a timeout on the court. I'll take one too. It's 14-12. Red Devils are up over Lusk. I'll be back after this.
Whether you love them or can't stand them, surprises are a part of life. I'm Ryan Young, your Torrington Edward Jones financial advisor, and I can help you get ready for whatever life throws at you. As your needs change, we can change what you need to do to help you end up where you want to be. And while there is never a good time to experience unexpected costs, we can work together to help make them feel a little less unexpected. Stop by our office on Main Street in Torrington or visit edwardjones.com to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Eric's Lube Express provides fast, friendly, and convenient oil changes with no appointment needed. Located in the Cold Springs Business Park, just north of Baumgars. Simply drive up and never get out of your vehicle. They'll also accommodate your busy schedule with pickup and delivery service. Just call 307-338-2653. Oil changes made easy. Eric's Lube Express. Swing through today.
Picking it up in live action. On the attack is Willems. Diving and saving is Smith. Free ball over. Didier with the attack. Smith again with the save. And now just free balls it over was Nelson. Willems partially touched. Bruck dives it. Can't get it. Getting her hand on it at the net was Vetter. But it couldn't get a good block. Bruck had to move quite a bit to try to get that one. Good effort there. That sends Didier back to the line to serve. And there's a shank off of Bruck's hands out of bounds to her left. I think Didier's serve moves left to right, kind of knuckleballed coming at you. Raising havoc on this backline defense. There's a serve into the net. No need to defend that one. And we got Upton and Lingleforth Laramie here in the gym. Thinking maybe they're next, and that it would be a huge matchup. It'd be fun to watch. There's an ace. Diving for it was Sean, but she couldn't get her hand on it. That was the freshman Nelson. She's having a good set. 16-14. Lady Tigers down 2. Sean to Jay to Willems. They're going to say that it was touched at the net and goes out of bounds. I thought maybe it was going to be a four-call, but got just enough above the net to get let a hand hit it. Back serving is Jay. Vetter pops it straight up in the air, and now Lyons tries to get it. Again, not great communication with the Lady Tigers. It's 18-14 CNA scoreboard. Nelson coming out, and coming in to play that back row is Bristol Cardwell, sophomore, 14. Crine, Pontrola in the middle after set from Vetter, popped up in the air by Sean. Jay tracks it down, and now going to be free balled over by Guide. Back at him on the overpass, side out. 2015, Vetter back serving for the Lady Tigers. That's a good one to Sean. Vetter with the little bump set after it goes off the ceiling, trying to lift it and get it out of there as Guy. She puts it into the net. 2016. Vetter with a little running jump set. Set on the outside to Willems, but we're going to get a net call. Again, I think that's Crine. (21-16). Need a side out here for sure. Not going to get it on that diving save by Smith. Goes out of bounds on the serve. She was playing deep middle, and it just went in front of her. She handles this one. Good pass to the front. Bump set by Vetter. Blocked at the net, and now can't be a free ball over. That was Fosheim on the block. 23-16 CNA scoreboard. Williams' serve is going to be short, but free balled over on the save by Cardwell. Jay setting up in the middle. That Forsheim's going to just airmail that one. 23-17. And with Krein serving, Lady Tigers need a heck of a run here. Here's the pass up to Jay in the middle. She dumps it into the campfire. Nobody can get there. Second contact catches Lady Tigers sleeping. So we're at match point. 24-17. Vetter setting up in the middle. Pantrola, nice swing. Partially touched. Now has to be free balled over by Sean. She does. Goes to Smith, and now free ball by Pantrola. Jay setting up in the middle. Going to be partially touched at the net by Lady Tigers, by Pantrola. It falls to the ground. They're going to lose that too. 17-25. I'm glad that I got to announce them. I was worried that I wouldn't with this crazy schedule we got going on. Linglefort, Laramie, and Upton are on deck next. It'll probably be about 15, between probably about 12, 13, 14, 15 minutes, somewhere in there. So let's send it back to the studio, Chris, and then we'll bring it back here for what should be a dandy with Linglefort, Laramie, and Upton.